Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Dimes Only Podcast, but you already knew that. I am your co-host, Buddy.
I feel like I don't need to introduce myself. You guys should know me by now if you guys been keeping up. But if you don't, George, your co-host.
Yeah, we were gone for a week, and we feel like so much has happened already. NBA playoffs, obviously, under full swing. So many things has happened, and it's just crazy. But we are going to start off with some NFL news, of course, as you guys know. Deebo Samuel wants out of the San Francisco 49ers, which as a Los Angeles Rams fan makes me so happy. But as an NFL fan, as a San Francisco fan, it's just completely devastating, completely out of left field. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was like, I kind of knew he was leaving. One, they didn't want to pay him, right? They didn't want to give him that.
Yeah, he's still on his rookie contract, and he doesn't want an extension. But yeah, it was just a lot.
And then I know after that loss to Rams, I feel like it was just the icing on the cake. And then knowing that Garoppolo's not really a good QB, I feel like, obviously he doesn't say it, but like under his chest or in his heart, he knows that Garoppolo's not a good fit for the 49ers, and he felt like he'd probably be better somewhere else.
Yeah, there was a lot of reports on it. It's not really one story. There are more questions than answers that we have at the moment. So there's a couple of reports saying that he didn't like his role.
Oh,
on
with the
team.
duo, with the duo,
being
a duo, like running back
wide,
and then wide receiver.
How do they call it? What was the phrase? Wide
back,
a wide back or something like that, right? Yeah. So there's a couple of reports on him not really liking his role because he did have an uptick on that after the Week 10 win against the Rams. He was being used a lot as a running back / wide receiver. So there's things on that, and then also too, we don't even know what teams he wants to go to yet as well.
And like I said, he didn't have a QB, and he knew that with Garoppolo not being able to throw, he was gonna keep running the ball. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, so but General Manager John Lynch did speak to the media today since it is NFL Draft Week, and he said that he doesn't envision them trading Deebo Samuel. But then again, the draft is this week, and I know the Carolina Panthers have the 6th pick, and he is from South Carolina, so maybe he might want to be close to home. We don't know yet. Like I said, there are still more questions than answers, so we'll be right on top of that. And
we'll see where he goes, but
yeah, we'll see.
We'll bring it to you guys.
Yeah, but as a Rams fan, I'm definitely super happy about that. He is a problem. He's a beast. He's probably top 5, top 10 player going into the season.
He had a season last year.
So but it was just crazy because to me it was out of left field. But yeah, man, we'll see if he gets traded this Thursday, maybe this weekend, since
hopefully soon, because I can't wait to see what team he wants to go to. Hopefully it's Steelers, but
we'll see.
I can only hope.
Yeah, we'll see. There's nothing really solidified yet, so I feel like teams are interested: Jets, Packers, Chiefs, and Lions.
I just feel like me as a Steelers fan, I just want anyone who's good available because.
If anyone should trade for him, I feel like it should be the Packers. They just lost their best weapon. So
you still got Aaron Rodgers. So
yeah, you still got
someone. He needs someone.
They're in desperate need for a wide receiver. So we'll see what happens on that front, But switching over to the NBA,
busy week last week.
Yep.
Right now, we just witnessed something I didn't think was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nets and KD and the Nets got swept. I thought it was going to go to Game 7, but I was wrong. Boston are the real deal.
Me and George just hopped on this podcast saying that this series is going to go 7, and we thought it was the best series of the first round. And, yeah, Boston just completely dominated them. It was just crazy, man. I didn't expect any of that.
I think this hurts KD's legacy a little bit, Kyrie's too, just because KD hasn't won without a team that's been stacked.
Solidified?
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't say super. Well, it was a super team, but I kind of don't like using that term. But he hasn't won without, like, a superstar that's great. So, he had Kyrie, and he still got swept. So, that kind of hurts it.
Yeah. I'm just in complete shock. I'm surprised. I'm disappointed, too. Because no matter... sweeps happen now and then. But if you're a great player... you don't get swept.
Yeah, even if LeBron got swept, but keep in mind he was in the finals already, and he didn't have help.
A great player wins you at least one game, no matter what. Even if overpowered or whatsoever. I think this definitely takes a major hit into, not a major hit, but it definitely takes a hit into KD's legacy, Kyrie's as well. You talk about a guy, this dude, I don't know if you heard him, but this dude was talking after Game 3, after they lost, and he said that the main problem was because they didn't really have time to gel as a team. How are you gonna gel as a team if you're playing half the games?
Yeah, he was gone for a long time too. What I think is that it was bad coaching. The rotation were horrible. Honestly, they should have gave Blake a chance. He was playing good defense the last 2 games. He did got a couple buckets, but I feel like KD could have done more. He had 16 points last series when he usually last game when he usually puts you easily 25 up, like 30 at least.
No, yeah, I mean, huge shout out to the Boston Celtics. They just came in. Their defense,
they're dogs.
They have great players that complement their star players. Marcus Smart, Robin Williams, even what's his guy from Tennessee?
Well, there's a possession where KD was guarded by like 4 different guys in that one possession.
Yeah, because they
switch off. It was
they give them different looks.
Tatum,
you know?
Smart,
and that's what you need to do with great players. You need to give them different looks. You can't be giving them the same one because then they're gonna eventually take advantage of that. But going back to the Kyrie one, bro, like how are you gonna say your number one problem is gelling and yet you're the reason why they didn't gel? You play half the games and your best ability is your availability, and you chose not to be available for your teammates. That's just super selfish. And also, that's the same thing with Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben
just
Simmons
super
horrible.
unselfish. Like, how the hell do you hurt your back? And you're pretty much not doing anything. Like, bro, he is so selfish. I'm just in disbelief that he didn't play at all this season. I just thought he wanted out of 76ers. He comes to the Nets and supposedly he's injured.
And then he's supposedly, like Reggie Miller said, you're supposedly going to come back Game 4, and then all of a sudden you don't when you're about to get swept. And then keep in mind, he got traded just to get swept in the first round when his team's about to win their first round. Well, his old team's about to win their first round.
Ben Simmons just completely finessed the NBA. He let his teammates down. He let his coaches down.
I feel like he just hasn't matured at all. He's a little kid. Like, how are you going to be like last year when he didn't take that layup? And then people were bashing on him for that.
With Trae Young right on him, right under the basket.
And people were bashing him for that. And then I feel like that's why he wanted to trade, because he didn't want to face the fact that he's messed up, you know, and he didn't want to face the fans. And therefore, he just decided to leave, you know, just like that. And I feel like he just hasn't matured as a person himself. And sitting out, it was just horrible for you at least play, even if you don't like the team. Harden did it with Houston. He was still playing. And he wanted to get out of there. You
could say that Brooklyn has 2 of the most selfish players in basketball right now, in Kyrie and Ben Simmons. Just the way I really don't know what's going on with them, but
I feel like that was the most disappointing series.
Definitely most disappointing. Just in shock and awe of it. And, you know, because we came on here and we both chose the Nets, and I chose them in 7, you chose them in 6. You called a gentleman sweep on them.
I did. But I didn't know how good Boston were because I wasn't keeping up like that. And the last time I heard of Boston, I remember they were struggling when I think Marcus Smart called out Tatum for not passing the ball, Tatum and Brown for not passing the ball, and I know they were struggling. But that was like the last time I heard of them. But all of a sudden, they started balling. And I got them right now going to the Eastern Conference Final. I know Buddy has the Bucks, but we'll see what goes on in the future, like next rounds.
I should have took my own advice when I said that the regular season means something, because I said that when I chose Memphis over T-Wolves, which is the best series, at least going forward. I should have took my own advice with the Boston and Nets one, because that was... I mean, the better team won.
Yeah. Speaking about T-Wolves, that's the most surprising, to me, too. They've been choking a lot, though. They almost choked last game. They only won by 1.
Yeah.
And then they choked like a lead the third quarter. And then, you know what's crazy about that series, too? Have you seen, like, the fans going in and just, like...
Yeah, I know.
Minnesota fans don't know how to act. They finally make the playoffs, and then they don't know how to act.
Well, those aren't fans. Those are actually protesters.
Are they really?
Yeah, So supposedly what I've been reading is that the owner, it has something to do with the owner and like something about animals. So those people who are rushing
makes sense now.
Who are rushing the floor are not fans. They just go to protest, and like one try to chain herself to the court. Others,
so the one that they sent you.
Yeah. So they're not.
Never mind then. I guess they're not fans.
They're pretty much giving their money to the owner. So that's just an odd series of events. I was like, what the heck is going on? And then when I read that, I was like, okay, that
makes sense now.
Yeah, so they're not fans. Initially, people thought they were fans, but then...
And they're sitting courtside, like...
Yeah. I know. This is super weird. Super, super weird. And let's move on to your series. What the heck is going on with your Denver Nuggets? I just feel like
Jokic is by himself. And in a playoff run, you need 2 players at least. I mean, maybe 3. We saw with the Nets, you don't need only 2, because you have one of the best players and you still get swept.
Yeah, but I mean, your Nuggets.
They've been playing horrible too. But shout out to Jordan Poole too. He's been balling. I didn't know he had that in him. I saw the regular season, but he can hoop. He can hoop. He just reminds me like he's shifty. Yeah, he just reminds me like a great player, like a baby Kyrie. But he's been balling. Yeah. I give my hat off to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, this is a series that, well, I expected this to happen. Obviously, Warriors dominating, but not like this. I did have it in 6. I mean, it could still go 6.
It was almost a sweep. They almost swept the Nuggets, but I'm glad they didn't. And I'm glad it was the Nets, not the Nuggets. But I am disappointed in Denver a little bit just because they've been playing horrible. I've been watching the game. A horrible play. I think they need to give more play time to Bones Highland. If you don't know,
no one knows him,
but he's nice. Look up his highlights. He hit 3 back-to-back threes last game, and they're all like 30-footers. I think it was heat check. He just came down, pulled up, like looking like Curry and stuff, just pulling up from like 30 feet. He's good. He can handle the ball. He can finish. He's a great player. I think he needs more minutes too. Monte balled out.
What do you expect to happen back at Oracle?
I think we're losing. I think it's a 4-1. Maybe we can win, but I still have hope we win at least one more.
Yeah,
it'll be game 5 and that's it.
Warriors are really showing their championship pedigree. Curry, Clay looks like he's getting back into it. Jordan Poole has just been you know what? None of us picked him for most improved player. I think he should have won it. I think we just completely botched on that as well.
I mean, I wasn't mad with the John one, but I still think the John T. Murray should have.
I am actually mad at the John one because...
But yeah, we kind of knew he could do something like that.
He's a star player. He should be an MVP consideration, not most improved player.
Yeah, I kind of knew he could do that too. So it's like, you know what Jock is capable of, not Jordan Poole. The Pels one too is kind of exciting.
Yeah, I was just about to move on to that one. Suns Pels. That one's definitely surprising, but of course that has a lot to do with the Devin Booker injury. But still, I mean, I feel like the Pels would have won those 2 games because, I mean, then again, you can't really say that because Devin Booker is so important to the Suns. You can argue he's their best player. But, you know, Pelicans are really bringing it this series, man. They're really surprising me.
I think Chris Paul's going to step it up, like, coming forward next games. He's going to step it up. I feel like he's one of the best point guards in the league and ever. I would put him in my top 5. He just needs that ring to probably boost him up a little bit more. Yeah. But he's going to ball. I have high hopes for Chris Paul at 37. And I still trust their defense. And keep in mind that I feel like Devin Booker's still coming back this series.
No, they run him out for 1 or 2 weeks.
1 or 2 weeks?
Yeah. No, he's out.
Unless they go like, it's already been like 1 week.
I think about it. Yeah, it hasn't even been 1 week.
No?
He got injured like Wednesday or Thursday.
No way.
Yes.
Book?
Yes, Devin Booker.
Oh, it's almost a week though. Unless his game goes.
Nah, it's his hamstring, bro. He's not gonna come back. Well,
BI's been balling. CJ been balling.
Yeah, I was just about to bring up the Pelicans, man. This team has fight. They have grit.
They
are really growing up right in front of our eyes. Brandon Ingram, like I said in our last episode, I love Brandon Ingram. He is a hooper. He is a baller. What's his name? Alvarado, whatever. He's showing up big for them. Jonas Valanciunas. Bro, just imagine if they had Zion. And then with CJ, of course, we know what CJ could do. But if they had Zion, and especially with Booker going down, this could probably go 7.
It
might still go 7, but yeah, man. I mean, Suns with Booker out is
Aiden and CP3 should step it up. I hope they do.
They should still win this series.
I kind of want
100%.
Suns to go all the way. I feel like I love CP3 and he deserves his ring for everything he's done.
Yeah, as a Laker fan, looking at these Suns now, I bet you guys are really hoping you guys didn't say last year against Anthony Davis, huh?
Yeah,
against the Lakers, talking about injuries. Don't matter.
It kind of came back to haunt them.
But hey, that's me speaking as a Laker fan. Me speaking as an unbiased analyst and whatnot. It does suck, but injuries are part of the game, and you got to play with who's in front of you, who you got, But this series definitely surprised me. Let's see. Yeah, right now let's talk about the Dallas-Utah.
That was kind of boring to me, just because.
Yeah, it's not.
You only have one good player in each team. I kind of don't like Gobert.
Yeah, we were just talking before we started recording. Yeah, we feel like it's kind of overrated.
Yeah, you only have Mitchell. You have Luka. Yeah. But I see Mavs taking it now. Could just Luka's back.
Yeah, I think regardless. Yeah, we said we both picked
I had
Utah.
Jazz in case.
No, I said we both picked Utah because of Luka, but because. I mean, they ended up winning 2 games without Luka.
Yeah.
And then now he's back. Hopefully he gets into shape.
I give it to the Mavs. But I'm not keeping up with that series. That was kind of boring to me. No, I always found Mavs as a boring team though.
I'm keeping up with every series because I want to give you guys a good scoop.
No, obviously, I'm like watching it or here and there.
But it's not one that I have to
watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that one does surprise me because of the 2 wins that Dallas got without Luka. And now that he's back, I think I'm gonna flip flop on that one. But I think that one could go 7 but Utah, man, they just I don't know what's up with them. I think regardless, they got to blow up what they have after the season. I think they'll be lucky if they even win this round, Yeah. But we'll see what goes on in that one.
Speaking of boring, I feel like the Bucks was boring as well. The Bulls are whack. I'm sorry.
They're not whack. They're missing Lonzo, who's a huge piece for them.
Yeah. They're whack without Lonzo. Because last game they played horrible.
Yeah.
I was watching.
Yeah, that was not even last game. Just their 2 games in Chicago.
Yeah,
they got blown out. It wasn't a contest.
Going in. Shots weren't going in for them. They're playing horrible defense. Giannis is just.
This is without Chris Middleton as well.
Yeah, and they're not scoring at will. Like, okay, you're playing at your home crowd, and you're not going to take one game.
Yeah,
you're playing your home crowd, and you don't take one game.
Yeah, just that one's another one where I expected more from the Bulls, especially since Chris Middleton got hurt. I felt like they were gonna at least tie it up. Well, they did tie it up, but I thought they were gonna take both, maybe one at home at least.
I feel like DeMar needs more fight in him. Zach LaVine too, he was playing horrible.
Yeah, Zach LaVine was playing horrible
game, and I feel like that has to be a step up in them.
Yeah, man. But the Milwaukee Bucks, I think they're showing that
Milwaukee
they're the
Bucks
champs. They're the champs. They have that experience now. They have that confidence.
That Milwaukee-Boston series is going to be crazy.
Yeah, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I did call the Bucks in 5, so this is kind of what I wasn't expecting it this way.
They play today? Tomorrow?
No. Either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. But they are going back to Milwaukee for Game 5, and it's going to be over in 5. And like I said, I was expecting it in 5, but just not this way. So that was kind of crazy.
They're gonna be closer games.
Yeah, and then let's move on to the Hawks and Heat.
I have
Heat they are showing why they are the number 1 seed. Still underrated. Still not getting the respect they deserve. Jimmy Buckets is just a beast. Lowry didn't even play, and they still just completely dominated the Hawks. That was just crazy.
There's a clip I saw where Trae Young, they're like, Trae Young really has to be guarded by PJ Tucker. Then you got Adebayo switching on him. And then you have Jimmy Butler switching on him. That has to suck for Trae Young.
I just love the way the Heat are built. They're the underdogs, but they're not really the underdogs because they are the number 1 seed. But they just have that underdog mentality, and no one believes in them. Exactly.
I have Boston Heat, and
just like you don't believe in them.
I don't. I think Boston's still looking like the strongest team right now. Just because they eliminated KD and Kyrie, one of the best two of the best players in the league.
Looking back at it, when you don't have structure, you're gonna get beat either way, and that's exactly what the Nets didn't have.
They didn't have defense either.
So,
no.
I mean, I am gonna take a little bit away from this, from this series from Boston, because they did show why they are the second best team in the East, but they did play a team with no structure, with two guys who don't even want to be coached, handpicked their coach Steve Nash, which never even coached before, and they go ahead and pick him.
Steve Nash is gonna get fired.
He's gonna get fired.
He's gonna get fired.
No doubt.
He was gonna get fired regardless, I feel like,
No doubt.
but this was the icing on the cake for him to get fired. 4-0.
Yeah,
you have
4-0
KD
sweep.
and you have Kyrie.
You got
have Blake Griffin.
Mm-hmm. You got to at least win one game.
I mean, Blake Griffin's not good, but I'm just saying, like, you have people who used to be all-stars and you still can't.
Yeah, this is not a good look for that. But anyways, going back to the Hawks Heat, like I call this one Heat in 5. So this one's not really that surprising. I expected this.
Yeah, but it's been exciting to watch, but I'm taking the Heat.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot of upsets this. Like I said, the only one I see them upsetting is going to be the Minnesota Memphis. Because they could win it. Minnesota could win it, but they kind of have to stop choking.
Yeah.
They have to keep their leads. Like, I feel like they're rushing too much.
Yeah.
Into when they have the leads, they just rush and they just miss shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And then right now, Toronto Philly's going on, and it looks like Toronto is gonna be pushing it to a game 6. But then also too, you have
I forgot about
Embiid, who's also hurt. And then last week we were saying anything barring injuries, and then there's
I feel like
so many injuries.
We jinxed it a little bit because Devin Booker went out.
That's when Devin Booker went out.
Middleton went out. Embiid, he's not out, but he got hurt.
Embiid's fighting through it.
Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean everything.
We cursed it.
We kind of did.
We did.
We kind of did. Yeah, but I mean, it's like that, man. You know, injuries. But what sucks is that injuries have been happening throughout these playoffs, specifically these past 2 years.
I feel like the pandemic messed up everyone's
everyone's schedule.
Not schedule, but
this was like the first normal year.
You know?
But
like I feel like they're still getting used to like the 82 game because in the bubble they stopped playing. And they had to recover. And
then remember last year they only played 72 games.
Yeah, that's when Jamal Murray got hurt in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I feel like they should drop it back to 7. They should not play 82, but play 72.
They should. They probably should drop it.
Too much wear and tear on their bodies, and then they play back-to-back games, and it's like
they play back-to-backs. They play 82, and then you expect these guys to play in the playoffs. Who of
maybe
course
even 66, like the lockout.
Like lockout.
Yeah, even 66 is fine.
Yeah,
make the season shorter.
Yeah, man. I mean,
even
it's
Brock
tough.
got hurt. Like not playoffs, but play in. Like they didn't have one.
And then also remember last year Kawhi got hurt as well.
Yeah, Kawhi still.
You had a handful of guys who got hurt last year, and then remember Giannis kind of got hurt right there. He missed I think the last 2 games of the Eastern Conference Finals, and then luckily he played in the finals. But you had that little freak Giannis. Remember when he hyperextended his knee?
Yeah. Yeah. In the playoffs.
And then obviously Kawhi going out, Anthony Davis going out. Yeah. And then Murray went out in the playoffs?
Last year. And then we have Michael Porter Jr. Yeah. We have a lot of people out.
Yeah, man. I mean, going back to this series, because I'm just still in shock of it. The Nets Celtics. What do you expect from the Nets this offseason, really? I mean, you said firing Steve Nash, but what else do you really expect?
I feel like they need to let guys go, specifically Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge.
He was non-existent.
There's no need to have them on your team if you're not gonna play them, or maybe keep them but have a coach that's actually gonna utilize them. Mm-hmm. But they need young players that are gonna be solid for them. Yeah, young players because they have a bunch of old guys.
Yeah. I'm going to quote Stephen A. because I just completely agreed with him all this week regarding the Ben Simmons and the Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
You need I don't think you could really count on Kyrie with the way things are going. I mean, from the looks of it, the COVID's not going anywhere, so they're probably still going to keep restrictions on that. He's not reliable.
They lifted him though in New York, right?
Yeah, at least in New York, but I mean, but you can't really count on him though because you're going to give this guy a long-term contract, but you got to pay this guy, yearly. I mean, he's not reliable, And man, going to Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
too,
we'll see what happens with Ben Simmons. Obviously they're gonna keep him, but we'll see what.
Would you?
I wouldn't, but they're gonna keep him just because they traded Harden for him, and I feel like you can't trade him anywhere because no one's gonna want him the way he is.
Sometimes I think you just got to take the L.
Yeah. So they're gonna keep him, but his trade stock, I don't think it's up just because the way he is. Like that's hurting him. And then he says, I remember he said that. He told the 76ers because they couldn't trade him. They said, it's not my job to put my draft stock up. Or my trade stock up. It is. Yeah, it is. It is your job. It's not. You're the one who you want to get traded.
Yeah.
But how are you going to expect them to trade you when you have a bad reputation?
Yeah.
So, therefore, you're not getting traded because it's your fault that you're being a little drama.
And then if it's not his job, your job is to play basketball, which is what you're not doing. You get paid to play basketball. How are you not gonna suit up and play? At least give you some time. Hey, coach, I could give you 1 quarter. I could give you 10 minutes. I could give you 5 minutes. This dude is just out here, just sitting on the bench. Did you see that meme?
You can say
while he was drafted on Thursday. I mean, on Game 3, sitting on the bench like a pack of Skittles, bro. Like your job is to play basketball. You get paid millions of dollars to play basketball, and you're not gonna play.
I liked Ben Simmons when he came in first in the league, but then after,
Me too.
like I had high hopes for him, but after all that, him not being able to shoot, he didn't want to fix his jumper, he didn't want to play, he missed that layup that he didn't take. That's what I knew.
No, he didn't even take the layup.
That's why that layup he didn't even take.
Shooting it, he didn't take it.
No, the layup he didn't take. I think that he just hurting himself as a player.
He is.
But regarding the Nets, they need to let a lot of guys go, get young players who actually want to play, pick up guys in the free agency. Yeah. Like, guys who can hoop off the bench because their bench was awful. Actually, I wouldn't say awful because Bruce Brown showed up. Well, Bruce Brown started. Seth Curry started too, I think. Goran Dragic did good. But that's like 3 guys. And Dragic's 1 guy off the bench. Yeah. But I don't know, but
you need some cohesiveness. You need some structure within that.
They need to do some team bonding over the somewhere. Go take a trip to the I don't know. They have money. Go take a trip somewhere and then bond. Talk about your feelings. Especially Ben, he needs to talk about his feelings because obviously there's something going on with him.
Oh my God, dude! Last week I would never have expected for us to be talking about this with the Nets. We expect them to win the series, and they just get swept. Kevin Durant left the Warriors, constructed cohesiveness, coaching, players, front office, all very good and well, and he left it for Kyrie, who's into like astronomy or whatever the hell he's into.
Harden
and Harden, who's also who can't really take heat.
But Harden knew something was going up. That's why he got.
The main reason why he wanted to leave is because of Kyrie.
But he knew there was probably more problems in there. That was the.
That's true.
But he knew Kyrie. Yeah, but he was mad about the Kyrie situation.
Like, do you think Kevin Durant's looking back like I should never left Golden State?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, how do you?
But then again,
leave something structured like that?
I'm telling you now people are gonna say like he can't win without a super team.
Can he?
He can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why I think which is one of the reasons why I think
he really left OKC to join the Warriors, which would just a free ring.
Honestly, no. But looking back at it, I was mad at that. I was like, what is he doing? He's weak. Blah blah blah. And then looking back at it now, I feel like that was a smart move. That was a smart move for him because he went into a situation that was already
win-win.
Yeah, he gets his ring and then he helps create a dynasty. He won 2 with the. He won 2 back-to-back 17-18. Yeah, and then you see him leave and
he gets the situation that he has now. First round. I've never seen that for any on it from like any of his team.
He hasn't played in the conference finals till 2019.
Yeah, but he's never gotten swept either. This first time. With Kyrie.
Well, now he has, and honestly, that's what he gets for leaving the Warriors.
Yeah, it's karma. I feel like
he had it made. He had it made.
The KD era might be over. Obviously, he's still going to be a good player, but are we going to see him like LeBron?
That's true.
Who's going to be coming to the finals every year? I don't think so. I think KD, is the era might be done.
Yeah.
I feel like, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you have Giannis, you have Luka,
And
you
everyone's
have
shining
Embiid,
right now. The
you have
Suns are
Jokic,
coming up. Yeah.
Suns are coming up. Yeah, man.
And you couldn't even get past the first round with Kyrie. Come on.
It's crazy looking back at KD because he was never really. You can't really point at him and say, oh, he was the best player this year, because you had this long stretch of LeBron.
Yeah.
And then you have Giannis coming, and then you have all these great players coming up.
And
so
like,
you never really pointed at him and said he's without a doubt pound for pound, not even pound for pound. He's without a doubt, undoubtedly the best player in the league.
I see him, if anything, winning one more championship. If anything, that's it.
Nah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, that man.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, like you just said, you have these players, these teams coming up. I mean, unless maybe he goes to the Celtics,
but
unless he moves, but
a little like if you can't beat him,
yeah, exactly. But like him in Brooklyn, I don't see it. I don't see
not
it.
in Brooklyn, yeah, not. In
Okay,
Brooklyn.
no, that's why. Yeah, I'm talking about in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
like
I said, unless, which is like far from like the chances are very low, but unless Ben Simmons changes, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah. That's just a
because don't get me wrong,
there.
Ben Simmons can hoop. He can hoop. He's not a scrub.
I'm not gonna say he could hoop.
He's not all right. He's not a scrub. He's gonna give you plays and stuff.
He's an all-star.
He's an all-star. Yeah,
he's an all-star. Even without his ability to shoot,
yes.
Like he's valuable.
And I feel like his defense could have been solid in his playoff.
No,
series.
He's one of the best guard, if you want to call him a guard. He's one of the best guard defenders in the league.
You could have easily put him on Tatum.
Put him on Brown.
Switching, yeah.
Yeah. And then you have this going on. It's just, that was a complete dumpster fire. It was just insane.
Honestly, I was talking a lot. I was praising the Nets.
You were.
I was praising the Nets. I was praising the Nets.
What were you saying? What were you saying?
I said that they could reverse sweep the Celtics. I did not know how good the Celtics were. I thought I was just giving KD the benefit of the doubt because he's one of the best scorers. But
I was with you on that one too. I mean, they came in as a 7th seed.
Yeah, but I know how to admit that I was wrong. I was wrong on that one. Mm-hmm. Boston's are good. They're my top pick to go to, I don't know, finals, because he are still solid. But I see them beating the Bucks. We'll save that for another time.
Okay.
But
yeah, we definitely gotta save that for another time.
Yeah, we save that for another time. But the Celtics are nice. I give my flowers to the Celtics.
Taking off my Laker cap. Excuse me. Celtics are nice. They are the real deal. You could choose them to win the finals. Definitely. Well, choose them to come out of the East. I wouldn't be mad at that. Win the finals as well. They are the real deal. And, they're building the right way. They kept their pieces. They kept their pieces, and now it looks like it's going to
Getting rid of Kyrie was solid.
Yeah. That was smart. That was, I mean.
I wonder how Kyrie feels. We didn't even think about that. Like, Kyrie played the Celtics.
Yeah.
Bro, the Celtics hate that man.
Yeah, the fans hate him. I mean, but could you really blame them, though?
No.
He did say in the beginning of the, well, not this year, but in the beginning of before his free agent year, that he was going to resign with Boston. Remember that video?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was going to resign with Boston.
He wanted to resign and he wanted to stay.
It just didn't work out.
And now he got swept by the Celtics.
And he gets swept by the Celtics. Life.
Respect.
You ever seen that movie?
The two
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
No.
Life comes at you pretty fast.
No, I'm saying like the two most hated players on one team.
KD?
Everyone hates him because he won a ring with the Warriors.
Dude, that was a long time ago, though.
Okay, but like now they're gonna hate him even more. Like you can't win without them.
Yeah, that's true.
Which you can't.
But yeah, I mean, that was the two guys who.
And yeah, Russell Westbrook in his prime too, and he's still.
Russell Westbrook, but you don't like Russell Westbrook, so.
No, but at his prime he was solid. Now he's been. I never liked him as a point guard. He's okay.
Yeah, we'll see. But, I mean, today's games, well, obviously, first game was really good. Celtics, Nets ended in a sweep. Toronto looks like they're going to force Game 6, like I said earlier. And Utah and Mavericks are going at it right now. But that one's now a best out of 3 because it is tied 2-2. So we'll see where that one goes. And, playoffs they're just going to be getting better and better.
We're going to keep coming to you with new playoff content just because it's getting good. Okay,
I don't know if I asked you, but no, I did. You said Nuggets are done after 5, right?
Game 5, yeah.
Nuggets done at 5.
Well, Game 5 is they're gonna lose Game 5.
Yeah, I mean, we like I said, we're gonna be on top of this. 24/7. You know, because me and George are big basketball junkies. You know, so hopefully by the time we come back, everything's settled in the first round.
And then we could have the second round predictions.
Correct. Oh, Kyler Murray and Patrick Mahomes are at the Utah. And
he hates his wife, bro. I know he hates his wife, bro.
Utah and Dallas game. There's a lot of yeah. I have it right here on the side. Dwayne Wade, Danny Ainge. He's with the Jazz now. He was with the Celtics.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Yeah, crazy. Okay. Yeah, so that'll be it for today. We'll have more NBA playoffs for you, more news coming up. Thank you guys for tuning in, and you guys have a great rest of your week.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one. Catch you later.
Peace.